Howdy, we meet again.
Hi. Hi. Yes.
Pretty good, thanks. Pretty good. Are they screaming at you or me?
I don't know. They're probably screaming at my shirt. They'll probably consider it in bad taste.
Tell me, how's it feeling this time, the tour, as opposed to say tours in the past or not, in the recent past or not so recent past?
It's good actually. You mean just the Japanese section? It's very good. It's a short tour for us. I think we're only doing 5 shows this time, which is a shame in a way. It's a big, nice thing. But at least they're all in big auditoriums, and it's been going great. The first 2 went very well.
And this is the 14th year of the band. Amidst speculation of a possible breakup, I don't know if that's the word to use, or is it just a temporary thing?
No, people have been telling us that we've been breaking up for about 14 years now, and it still hasn't happened, so no, we're not going to break up. And it's very nice to be in Japan again. I think we just played our 17th Budokan. I think that's it was 60. That's the record.
Looking back at some of the shows, did he stand out in your mind, the Budokan shows?
The very first ones do, yeah, because it was a very big impact on us. It was a very spectacular, large place to play there, and the reception was quite unexpected. We didn't expect such a great reception. I think they had to stop the show after 2 minutes and restarted again about half an hour later.
Have the kids changed at all, the fans?
I think they probably got older, yeah. Obviously, the ones that are still like us from those days. Not that much, though. We just tend to get a wider range of people at our concerts these days.
How does, say, Japan compare to some other countries in the world? I mean, you've been to zillions of them.
Well, it is unique. It's nowhere like Japan. It's like nowhere else. And the girls, we've always had more screaming girls in Japan than anywhere else. Because we're not really a sort of teeny bopper group. We sort of think of ourselves as more of a musical group. And so we're not sort of, don't have that sort of Duran Duran appeal. But it's always been a bit like that in Japan for some reason.
You are quite a prolific songwriter, I'd say, because you have 2 solo albums out, and you do quite a bit of Queen's material as well. What is the state of your solo career right now?
I don't know actually. I don't intend to do another solo record in the next, in the foreseeable future. But I'm actually producing a lot of other artists now in England. In fact, I've got a hit at the moment. And really, apart from Queen, I think I just intend to produce at the moment. I'm not doing any solo work in the near future.
What's this band that has a hit, the one you produced?
It's an actor actually, and he has a very good voice. And it was my first production, really, so I'm very pleased. It's going to be charts at 20.
What's the person's name, the actor's name?
He's called Jimmy Nail.
And then how did you meet up with him?
Through a friend of mine who manages him, and he was quite a well-known actor, and he wanted to make a record. And they wanted to do a version of Love Don't Live Here Anymore by Rose Royce, so I did an arrangement for it, and that's the hit.
After all these years, do you feel more comfortable behind the knobs as opposed to being the artist on the other side of the glass?
It's nice to have the freedom to change, and to be able to do both, and get a bit fed up with one side, and then go to the other side of the glass, and get something.
One last question. What are you going to be doing after the tour here?
I'm going on holiday to an island off Spain, and then I'll probably do a little bit more production.
And your forwarding address is?
Number 1, London.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Do a bit of swapping here.
Yeah.
It's always interested me about the group is you are by far the most quiet one.
Yes.
The quiet member of Queen.
Yeah, on stage, man. Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
On stage and also off stage as well. Do you have as much say in the activities of the group as say the other?
Well, we all have different says in different amounts of swing in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like say when it comes to doing the staging or the ideas with that. Say Roger gets quite involved with that, or with the videos, and Roger and Freddie have been doing it. You know, so but we all do chip in ideas in each way. But I mean, one of the things I used to have to do, which I don't do as much now, is a lot of the sort of the business side. I used to keep an eye on that.
Like in what way?
Well,
business side.
when we first, this was about 77, when we split up from John Reed, who was our manager then. We had a period where we started managing ourselves for a while.
How does a group go about managing itself?
Well, with difficulty, really. Yeah. And I mean, obviously, we have people who work with us, Like, we have a guy who does our business deals, and another guy who's really in charge of all the touring, and we have a lot of accountants. But it really needs a little bit of, you need somebody in the group to keep an eye on it really as well.
So in other words, you four are the bosses, and you just basically hire on various help.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we don't. What we don't have now is one of those traditional management contracts where they get,
99%, you get one.
Yeah, or 25% of everything you earn.
Uh-huh. Let me make one check here. It's interesting. Did you ever feel an affinity towards the quiet guys in other groups, like when you first
Not
started?
really, but it sometimes does seem to be bass players.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Why do you think that is?
Don't know.
Like Bill Wyman is, of course, the
Yeah,
classic
yeah.
example.
Yes, I'm not sure why. Perhaps they come alive a bit more when they get older. I don't know, because he's got a lot more acting now, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
A lot
He's
more things.
How about yourself?
Well, we're very busy with Queen, really, and we always have been. I mean, the time may come though, but hopefully I've got a few years left, so I may get a chance to go into other areas later on.
Does being a member of Queen satisfy you completely, or are there
Not
other?
at the moment, no.
I mean, musically.
No, not really, no, because it's we take so long to record an album. I mean, I find it very draining in a way because the progress is slow because we try lots of different ideas. Whereas I'd rather, I mean, if we had all of our songs ready, we could record it a lot quicker, but we don't. So, and we also keep trying ideas out in the studio. So that I find frustrating at times, But I mean. Yes, probably that's the most frustrating side of it, I find, because you spend a lot of time in the studio,
Who's the major instigator behind this sort of perfectionist policy?
I don't know really. I suppose we're all bad in a way, because we're a little bit lazier now, we're older, and we don't do all the preparation before we go into a studio. Like when you first start out, you rehearse, and you get all your songs really all sorted out and perfected and arrangements, and you can play them, But now we sometimes go in the studio and put them together as we're in there, and we actually have to learn them as well, and then we, you might spend a few days on a certain track, and then it's just thrown away and never sees the light of day.
Why was there such a gap between Works and the album before that?
Yeah, I suppose mainly because we did after that album. We did some touring, which was very exhausting as well. When we went to Mexico, which was pretty disastrous.
Why is that?
Organisation, really.
There were lack of organisation.
Lack of organisation, yes. And really, we all felt like we needed a break.
Huh.
So after that, we decided to take sort of 6 months off, which turned into 9. And then really the time it takes to make an album, that's where it came in. But I think it did us a bit of good in a way. Break from, the real, the rate that we've been working at.
Other than well-needed rest and recreation, what did that break do for you?
It gives you time to think a bit, really. Because when you're going so fast, you sometimes don't have time to sit back and sort of really, sort of ask why you're doing it and where it's all leading to as well.
Did you make any decisions like during that time? Did you start thinking things and also?
Not really. I mean, I didn't do much in the time off. Whereas, say, Roger, he was very busy. He was doing a second solo album. So in a certain way, I got a bit bored. So I was quite keen, that we actually got back working again together.
What specifically were you doing during the blank there?
No, not really. No.
Just bumming around?
Not really, no, because I've got a family,
Uh-huh.
right? So we also, gave me a chance to catch up on that, and we finally moved house as well.
And you reside in
England.
In England.
Yeah, we all live in England. I live in London, actually, so we're English based, but we spend a lot of time all over the world,
Yeah, yeah. What outside of the music is most important to you?
What, in terms of Queen or what?
In terms, just outside of Queen, outside of your career as a musician, other than music.
I don't know, just have an interesting and sort of fulfilling life as you go on, really.
Like what sort of things have proven to be fulfilling to you? I mean, outside of being a musician, just as a regular person.
Yeah, well, having a family is fulfilling in a way because it gives a lot of different things going on, which keeps you very busy, really. Because I think the worst thing is when you actually have got nothing to do, and you have to, I find that's when I get a bit fed up, really. There's not much going on. So I'd rather have sort of a lot of things happening.